Oh my god, this book is way too graphic. This book is way too graphic. Wait, before I even start reading, somebody on TikTok or Twitter or something said that this was a fanfic. Slow burn, slow burn, slow burn. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Chim, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be reading a very popular fantasy book, and I'm going into this like fully blind. I am going to be reading Alchemized. This book, I want to say, is boasting a whopping 1,024 pages. This is the biggest, most girthiest book I have encountered in my entire reading career, and I'm going to be sharing my adventure with you guys as I read this book. Now, I'm not going to do like a 24 reading hour challenge. I'm just going to time myself physically with my handy dandy iPad how long it takes me to finish this book, and I'm going to take you guys along with me because I love you guys. Without further ado, I am going to go on the clock app here on my iPad, and we are going to go to the stopwatch. Now, before I do this, I like to set the scene. I like to wear my headphones, and I like to search up like ambiance while I read because it makes me read faster, I've noticed. And we're going to start the stopwatch. I think I'll check in like every 30 minutes or so, or if something crazy happens and I want to share, then boom. But let's start the timer. Okay, so I'm on page 10, and I can already tell this is going to be like a gruesome read just because of the language that they're using. But they're giving little bits and pieces already of how this, like the structure of the book is. Obviously, we have some necromancy, there's reanimation of dead bodies and such. There's the necromancers, and those are the people who are able to reanimate the bodies. There seemed to have been a war. The main character here, Helena, she was supposed to be presumed dead, but she has two identifications as a prisoner. I'm as confused as her. So let's keep reading. Okay, so we're introduced to another character. His name is Kane Farron, and Helena seems to recognize him. In fact, they were classmates, but now his hair is white and his skin is very pale. Whoa. Let's debrief. I'm gonna stop the timer. We're just about an hour in, and I managed to get to page 102, so my pace is doing pretty good. By this pace, we should finish in 10 hours, but I'm not reading 1,000 pages all today. But let's talk about some things. The last few pieces of dialogue that Kane or Farron said, he says, you know, when I heard it was you I was looking forward to breaking you, but I don't think it's possible to exceed what you've done to yourself. And yeah, that sounds completely correct, because throughout the 100 pages that I just read, look how much is left. Helena is speaking of ways to end her life because there is a secret that's been trapped in her mind by this transmutation that she has going on. A very good secret that has no use for now because all of her allies that she fought alongside within the resistance, they've been killed, and their bodies are being used by other people via necromancy, or they're just dead point blank. They've been tortured, questioned, etc., etc. And you know, it's hard to like conceptualize all of this, but all I can say is that the setting is bleak. The setting is bleak. We start off with torture. We start off with rain. We start off with just death. Like people, this is the walking dead, literally. People are walking around, people are completing tasks, and they're not even living. The majority of the people that we've seen in this book, like I'm talking like maids, just people, they're dead. They're non-living. And you know, Cain, he kind of reminds me, there's this guy, I haven't watched, there's this series that's going on that's connected to Game of Thrones. It reminds me of Cain like very distinctly. Aryan to Targaryen, I don't know how to, like the looks, the demeanor, like his attitude, like that's who I'm seeing when I read about Farron. But I will be back to continue reading. I don't know if that'll be today or tomorrow, but I'll be back regardless. Okay guys, I'm back. We're gonna read another 100 pages of Alchemized. I did come back the next day, okay? It's just really late at night, but I can't, if we're gonna finish this book at the pace I want to, we need to start speeding it up. So we're gonna start reading in my basement, cuddled in my corner of the couch. And we're going to start reading Alchemized, and we're going to get to page 200, if not more today. I just got to wait for my camera to finish charging. But chapter 7, by the way, and we're on page 102, mind you. Wait, before I even start reading, somebody on TikTok or Twitter or something said that this was a fanfic. Is that true? Somebody fact checked me. That this used to be a fanfic. What was this originally posted on? Fanfiction.net, AO3, like I've been around, bro. God forbid I say Wattpad. Okay, I'm about to start counting how much time she mentions that she's gonna kill herself. We're starting on 1. For this reading session, we're starting on number 1. Six. Oh, he got her slippers and gloves. Let's chat, guys. Let's chat. I'm gonna bring the camera here. Okay, so we're at hour 2. My iPad says an hour and 59 minutes and 18 seconds. I'm at page 198, so pace is a little bad, but regardless, we're where I expect to be. We have a banger just happened. Apparently Farron is the high necromancer's source of power. We saw that when Helena was brought over to the high necromancer, he tortured Farron too. And then when they were going back to the castle where Farron lives, he was like slumped over. So it looks like he had energy expelled from him. The high necromancer expelled some type of energy from him. So it's like, not only is Farron Helena's captor, he's like the Rapunzel to Madame Gothel, which is the high necromancer, if that makes any sense. Okay, I see why this is high rated. Now it's starting to speed up. Now it's starting to make some type of sense, which I'm very grateful for, because there's just a lot of world building, and it's just like, I don't know where to place all of these things that you're telling me, because so far nothing's happened, but now stuff is happening, so I'm very excited to keep reading. Page 215, and he's healing her and saying, I won't hurt you. But that's it. Bro, I'm that easy. Farron just dethroned Xaden Ryerson. Wallahi. Okay guys, we're back for session 3 of reading through the Alchemized. Last time we left off, there was a pretty huge cliffhanger, so I'm really excited to start reading again. I was literally thinking about this like all night when I was reading. I was like, bro, we have to get back on this immediately as soon as possible. So I'm not even gonna like dilly-dally. We've already got our timers set up. The last time we left off, it was at 2 hours and 23 minutes. So we're gonna read an hour, and then we're gonna debrief, and then I think I can come back later in the day, because I started recording really early. on my terms today so that I could get through as much as I could today. So let's start. I have some granola bars for breakfast, but yeah, let's start reading. This ambiance This ambiance sucks, bro. I switched to a new ambiance and it freaking sucks. He called her by her real name and he said, if I'd known what pain you'd caused me, I never would have taken you. Says Farron, and then he kisses her. What does he mean by that though? Like aching in his heart, his mind, his soul, his body, or the torture that he has to endure by keeping her prisoner? You see, I'm analyzing, bro. Okay, guys, we've made it to part 2 of the book after 278 pages. Oh my goodness. What is going on? No way. We're going back to the past. This is 4 years prior. Oh my God. Okay, maybe now I'll understand everything. So a little bit of an update. I read a little bit off camera. We are at 4 hours, 6 minutes, 45 seconds, and I am on page 410. We're still in part 2, which is the flashback phase, and we're starting to see how Cain earned that name Undying. And it's actually very sad and like very like torturous, like, oh my goodness. But we are seeing the relationship develop. Cain was very vulnerable enough to allow Helena to heal him. So now they have a little thing going on, and now Helena calls him Cain, which is his first name. Guys, it is an update too soon, but it is an update nonetheless. We are on page 423, and we have the timer set at 4 hours and 14 minutes. Bro, Farron Cain just said something so crazy. I just had to geek out for a little bit. He said, don't die, Marino. I might miss you. Made it to hour 5. 5 hours and 6 minutes. And I'm at page 518. Now, the relationship between Helena and Cain, it's getting closer. It's getting more serious. There's a lot of scenes that I was doing this the whole time. But somebody said that from chapter 68 onwards, that is when the book really starts to pick up. But this lore that I'm getting is really nice. I like to see Cain and Helena's relationship develop, but I want to go back to present time because we left off on something so crazy. Like, when are they going to take us back? As I'm back, I have a confession to make. It's actually been like 2 days since I read Alchemized. I had to take like a 2-day break because school was starting up again. Spring break was over, and I also have an anatomy exam that's in like a couple of days. So I just took the Saturday and the Sunday to start studying, but I'm back now. I did all the studying that I had to do today, and I'm just going to delegate my time to getting as far as I can in like, let's say an hour, because I'm reading another book that I'm really obsessed with right now, and I want to get as far as I can with that. But we're going to read for an hour. I need to go get my iPad because that is timing everything. And I'm going to check in periodically just to show you how my reading experience is going. Everything is the same as last time I was here. So I'm going to see y'all on the flip. It's getting too real now, guys. It's getting too real. Page 643 is my favorite page on this whole book. Oh my God. Cut it off. Cut it off. Do you guys think that Cain killed everybody and left Helena alive because that was the only way that he saw her getting out of this war? Is that theory stupid? Is that theory stupid? Future me, tell me if that theory was stupid. Okay, future Chim here. Your theory was like half correct. I'm gonna give you props. You kind of did that. Okay. Bye. I'm gonna stop here at page 78. We made it to our 7 hours in a minute, guys. And we are on page 7. Wait, 701? Isn't that symbolic? Oh, it's 708. This is how far we are. That is beautiful progress. Guys, I'm starting to get scared because they just mentioned the chains that they had Helena in the beginning of the book. It was by her design. What is going to happen? When will everything be revealed? Like, I'm just genuinely too curious, and now I'm scared. And all this, like, this anxiety of Helena and Cain, like, between the relationship is so, like, dependent. I'm getting fucking scared, guys. I don't know how this is going to end. I think we might have 2 more sessions and then we'll be done, but I'm getting fucking scared. Anyways, okay. I'm going to get ready for bed. I will see you guys next time. Guys, it's the next day. I came back as promised and I just immediately grabbed my camera because I feel something bad is about to happen. The book is right behind me, but Helena is like questioning Luke, and I don't think this is Luke. I think he's trying to do with her like he tried to do with his mom. And it's such an obsession to do right by his mom that it's going to cost everybody everything. He keeps saying, you're mine, you promised, you're sold to me, this and that. And Helena keeps saying, I'm not your mother. None of that was your fault. She remembers him. Now I'm on page 962. We are at hour 9. We're knocking on 10. 9 hours, 49 minutes. That is our time. My pace has been terrible, but I'm trying to absorb everything. Helena has found a way to save Cain, and they're in the thick of it right now, and I'm so scared. Oh my God. Chat, everybody's do a silent prayer. We have about 30 pages left of this book, and Helena has delivered a healthy baby girl. She has Cain's eyes and Helena's beautiful brown hair. And I don't even know what to say. Like, I just feel so bad for Helena and Farron. Like, even though they've found their peace, found it, it just feels like their story is unfinished. And now they have little E, their daughter, in her steed, trying to get justice for them after what they endured in the war. And it's just like, it's so sad because I knew this book was going to be bleak, but I didn't, like, oh my gosh. I managed to read Alchemized in 10 hours and 26 minutes. That's so sad. That is so sad. Yeah. The monthly recap, I'm gonna have thoughts, okay? Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this journey of me read the longest book I'll ever probably read in my whole career of reading books. What a ride it was. I loved every bit of it. Every bit of it. I cannot complain. I loved this book. But thank you guys for coming along with me. And I'll see you in the next video.